Welcome, collectors and hobby enthusiasts. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Diecast Emporium. As the title implies, today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing this benevolent-looking model from Athearn or Athearn. Technically, either is correct. It's the Ford C-Series fire truck, the Telesquirt version. When this originally came out, it was available in a variety of different colors, but I've got some good news for you. I picked a good time to review this because, scheduled to be re-released in the coming months, Athearn is releasing this in 6 additional colors: a safety green version, a red and white version, a red with white cab, red with white roof, an all-white version, and another re-release of this version, the popular all-red version. So once again, if you were counting, that's 6 different versions of the Ford Telesquirt fire truck. You can visit Athearn.com to place your pre-orders. They all have an MSRP of about $37 US. All right, let's check out the packaging before we destroy it to get to the model. As you can see, it says ready to roll, Trains Athearn in miniature. Item number for this originally was 91863, fire truck Telesquirt red. There's your barcode up here. You can see at the top of the card, officially licensed product, Ford Motor Company. I have no idea what that sticker was. I got this off of eBay. Copyright 2005. On the bottom, recommended age group 8 years and older. Athearn.com, made in China. The real important stuff is on the back, so let's put our reading spectacles on and get right to it. Extending the Telesquirt arm. Athearn's Telesquirt fire truck is a model with fine details. As such, please handle with care to prevent damage. Oh boy, some proofreading needs to be done. To these details, particular care should be taken when extending the Telesquirt arm itself, as it may be difficult to extend the first time. Moving on to the outriggers. Athearn's Telesquirt fire truck is supplied with outriggers in both the up and down positions. That's pretty cool. The up outriggers are factory installed on the truck in order to represent how these trucks appear while driving. These parts are affixed with movable glue and can be easily removed so that a supplied down outrigger can be installed to replicate the fire truck that is stabilized while fighting a fire. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and unbox this. I can already see right here, these are the outriggers in the down position. I'm assuming those black squares here and here are the outriggers that are factory installed on the truck in the driving position. So let's get this unboxed and not waste any more time. Oh, I feel so bad cracking this open. What are you going to do? There's one outrigger. I think another one is in the box further. There's the truck. Where'd the other outrigger go? Where are you hiding, buddy? There it is, underneath the truck. All right. Packaging out of the way. We can see that these two outriggers, which I don't know how well these are going to come up on camera or even if it's going to focus. Hopefully you can see this. It has a little notch on the top of it. There you go. Pardon my disgusting fingers. So that little notch, I'm assuming, goes in the hole that's underneath the truck if you wanted to pose it in the down position. I don't know how well those are going to come out on the bottom, but maybe if it comes out without too much trouble, we'll show it. But most importantly, let's take a look at the fire truck itself. First impressions, it's typical Athearn quality. The truck just looks absolutely incredible in 1/87 scale. You can see all of the different details, whether it be the ladders, the ladder covers on the back that are highlighted in yellow, which again look very good. There's mirrors. You have the lights up on top. There's your side-mounted pump panel. Now, Telesquirts are an interesting bird of fire apparatus. The Telesquirt fire truck is a telescoping boom ladder truck that is a compact rated aerial unit that allows fire departments to respond with fires with the speed and maneuverability of an engine rather than a purpose-built bigger ladder or tower truck. It's ideal for first-out units that respond to a variety of fire and rescue calls. The problem with a Telesquirt is that it's often called upon to do jobs that it was never intended to do, such as it being an aerial rescue unit, and it's ultimately given Telesquirts kind of a love-it-or-hate-it reputation within the fire service. However, even today, fire departments that do still have Telesquirts love it for their surround and drowned operations and for them to be able to be used as a high suppression fire monitor. And that's because this whole tower here with the monitor at the end of it, you can put this right in the middle of the action without having to have a firefighter at the end of a tower spraying water on a nozzle. So essentially, obviously, anytime you can get a firefighter out of danger, that's always a good thing. Now, again, just going over the details of the model that I want to make sure I cover. This was originally released by Athearn back in June 2005, but the good news is that we are expected to see another run of these, according to the Athearn website, to be released in August 2021. The 6 new colors, just to go over that again, are really the 6 colors you'd want to see for any of your fire department fleets that you may have on your railroad or in your collection. You have the safety green, which to me is more of a yellow color, but that's a story for another day. Red and white, red with a white cab, red with a white roof, the all-white version, and this version, which is the red version. Again, all are expected to have the same MSRP of $36.98, excluding tax and shipping. Now, the details and functions of this truck, particularly the functions, we've seen that it comes with 2 different sets of outriggers. One, the outriggers that are installed in the driving position, and then the outriggers that we saw earlier that you can put up. I don't know how easily these are going to come out. And honestly, I'm not going to force them. My assumption is because the back of the card said that they are glued in, so you probably have to take a modeling knife and probably force these out, which for time constraints on the video, I'm absolutely not going to do. And they are in there pretty good. I mean, you guys can see that I am providing a fair amount of force here, and they are not coming out at all. But if they do come out relatively easy without damaging anything, what I'll do to show you with the other outriggers in, if I can get them out, again, without destroying anything, if you guys follow me on Instagram, stay tuned. I'll post some pictures of the fire truck in the deployed position, if you will, with the ladder up and the outriggers out. That's a story for a different day. But normally, because I use my fire trucks on my layout either in traveling mode for pictures or in a station, you're not often going to see it at a fire, particularly this version. Obviously, if that means I have to destroy and devalue the model, that's something I'm not interested in doing personally. But it's cool that they give you, the collector, the option to have it displayed at a fire scene. Other details of this model include photo-etched ladders that you see up on top. As I said before, if we can get a closer look at this, this is one of the many issues with a Telesquirt truck that kind of are still around today, but largely these have been replaced with quints. But they are still around, and Pierce in particular still sells a ton of them. But you see that it still has ladders up on top, but they're not really intended to be a ladder or an aerial device to rescue people. It's really supposed to be a monitor. So here is the little monitor device under here, the little nozzle, this black part right here. That comes down, and you use that to put the wet stuff on the hot stuff. Also, there's clear molded windows, which you can clearly see in the truck. All of these different versions of the Athearn Telesquirt truck come unnumbered and unlettered, which is great for those customizers out there that want to put their own special touch on these fire trucks, whether it be they have their own fire department in their own city, town, village, whatever, or they just like them red like I do. Totally up to you. It really puts it in the individual's hands, which I really like and appreciate. Also, the wheels on here don't appear to be completely made of real rubber, but they're also not plastic either. So that's the details and functions of the Athearn Telesquirt ladder truck in HO or 1:87 scale. Do have to say it's a great little truck to add to your fleet, particularly if you are modeling anything from the 70s to current day, when the Ford C-Series was a very prominent vehicle to be used in the fire service. Now, I do have a few other Athearn fire trucks to show you, just in case you guys haven't seen them in my collection before. So let's get rid of the Telesquirt for a moment. We'll bring in the Ford, I believe this is an F850 front-mounted pumper or engine. Have done a full-length review and unboxing on this, so if you guys want a closer look at it, take a look at the link on the top of your screen up here. There will be a suggested link for that video if you are interested. So we'll let that spin around one more time. Again, we'll bring him just a little bit closer so you guys get a better look at him. And while you're looking at him, we will bring in another engine, which is another Ford C-Series. This is a purpose-built pump or engine truck, unlike the Telesquirt, which really can't make up its mind what it is. And then the last all-red version that I have is another Ford C-Series, but this model I really like a lot as well. And again, this is a all-red truck. Here's your old school heavy rescue body. And again, I have a full-length video on this as well. So that will conclude this video. Really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I love doing these Athearn reviews. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Some may argue, on the other hand, that a lot of these models are overpriced, especially the Telesquirt in particular. That's almost $40 for a single 187 scale vehicle. I would counter that argument with the unmatched and unparalleled quality and detail and function that you're getting in one of these trucks. Yeah, you could pay half that price or even a third of that price and get a fire truck in 187 scale, but it's certainly not going to have the level of detail or function that you're going to get on one of these ones. And maybe I'm just a sucker for the older style rescue trucks that I saw in service when I was growing up as a little boy. I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please leave your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. Until next time, take care, be safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.